Hey there, people. Oh, the microphone's a bit far away, isn't it? Let me check the levels. There. Hello. Good evening. Let me turn down the music. Something like that. How are you all this evening? Is someone here? Let me check on the YouTube. The YouTube thing has changed, so I don't know. Let me check if all my microphones are okay. I might sound a bit further away, but that's because we need the space on the desk. So, yeah, that's how it is. Welcome to the pre-show. And normally I drink exotic things. This time I only have Coke Zero and Sprite. Well, it's also zero. So, yeah. Not very exciting. But what I am excited about is how far we're going to get building the box today. We should finish the AC side for sure. And maybe we'll get the, I don't know, turn on the access point or something. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. How is this possible, YouTube? YouTube says there are 23 concurrent viewers and there's 16 views. So like some viewers aren't viewing at the moment. What is even going on? Happy Friday. Friday, okay. Today I accidentally wired 230 volt to a network of 20 LED drivers. Oops. The DMX input, did it survive? Let me say hi to everyone. Jacco was here first. He is also crowned first at that moment. So, and then it was Nigel Young. Welcome. Uma Kavala, Nick S88. Hello, everyone. And Jacco says, check the Adam clock. But I'm on time. I'm on time. I almost wasn't. I was watching I think it's the season finale of Peacemaker. I really like Peacemaker. It's a great show. Anyway, anyone here watching Peacemaker? Sounds good, says Jeremy Arkbolt. Justin Webb. Rob Gils. Uh-oh, he wired stuff wrong. Today, I ordered 20 LED drivers. Oh, no. Fireworks display. Yeah, probably. How do you wire 230 to the DMX input? Anyway. I mean, those are different plugs, aren't they? The music is very soft on my side. Let me turn it up. There. That's better. Dark junction box, time stress, overwork. Well, but I mean, what were you screwing together? Dark ceiling area, okay. Well, we'll give everyone a little bit to come in. I'm going to enjoy my Coke. 230 power and DMX were in the same box. Yeah, but how do you put it on the DMX network? I mean, normally those have DMX plugs. That's appreciated, does Justin Webb. FedEx contacted us. I'm going to go into rage mode again. FedEx contacted us this week. Like, hey, we have this package here that you have to, give us some documents for, or we're going to send it back in a few days. And we're like, we've been calling you from the US and from China every single day. Every single day we've called them and emailed them, and then their first response to that is, you need to hurry up, because if you're not going to reply, then we're going to send it back, which would cost me about $1,000. So, I mean, what the actual F? Oh, I got so mad. In theory, they now have the right documents. They only wanted to know, they had a question about the LED strips. They were like, what are these? And we're like, LED strips, like it says on the packaging. What are they used for? And we're like, huh? They're for lighting. Oh, okay, that's fine then. That was it. That's all they needed. They wanted to know what LED strips were. Okay, well, they didn't want to know the manufacturer. So we were like, okay, well, they were manufactured at this place, like it says on the box. Yeah, and the purpose is lighting. It's amazing. Would never guess it, but it was. So frustrating. Because for all the nice Justin Webs that are waiting, there's others which will buy competing products. And I mean, I can't fault them for that. They want to build their Halloween display and stuff like that. And I'm like, there's nothing I can do. I mean, I've got about $1,000. No, wait. What is it, grand? How much is $1,000 again? I don't remember. That's only 1,000. Okay, well, we've got like $100,000 stuck in customs for about 4 weeks now, and they act like it's our fault, and we're like, what are you even talking about? And you pay them thousands and thousands of dollars to do the transport. It was there in 2.5 days, so it made it from China to the US in 2.5 days, and since then it's just been sitting there, and we've been calling, emailing, we've tried everything, and then after 3.5 weeks they call us like, hey, yeah, we need to know what these LED strips are for, or we're going to send everything, not just that one box, everything back, or we're going to destroy it. And we're like, dude, what the fuck? Oh, sorry, I've been so pissed off and frustrated about this. You can't imagine. Well, maybe you can imagine watching me right now, but oh man, it's just, and I don't mind well, I do mind the tariffs, but that's all been taken care of. That's all been arranged, properly documented, everything. We did everything right. They just don't do anything. They just keep it there for weeks, stuck. No clue. Nobody knows anything. Except when they call you and they say that they're threatening to send it back because they need to know what LED strips are for. Okay, I'm done. No, maybe. I'll try to be done. Oh, you had exactly the same week, just not with FedEx. Okay, yeah. FedEx in the US is very incompetent. Let's just say that. LED strips are to burn the houses down, not lighting. You know, I guess you could, maybe. You'd have to try your best. It's not better in the UK. How is it that all these transport companies are so shit? I mean, that shipment was like $4,500 to FedEx for shipping. And then like another 10,000 whatever for import duties, and they of course need a cut from that too because it's a handling fee. Not that they did anything different than for a package that has nothing or like one item inside. Doesn't matter. Their handling fee is just insane. I don't understand these companies, why they're still in business. I guess because there's no alternative that is better. Anyway, let's talk about fun stuff. This has been frustrating me enough this week. Full pre-stream rant mode. Yeah, exactly. Well, you know how mad I've been about this, Philip. I've complained in the Quinologible group enough, but yeah, Justin, that is absolutely a thing. We have had people order stuff and then refuse to pay the tariffs, and then like, okay, we try to redirect it, but not every transport agency allows that, and then it just gets destroyed, and we get screwed over like double. We lose the product and have no money. This is the best LED expert I know. What I've learned from him is priceless. Thank you. What? Okay. Thank you so much for your amazing work and all the knowledge you share. Thanks, Strummeister. Thank you. Exactly, Gaz. They're such crooks, in my opinion. It's just amazing. Because I know what's going to happen. They kept it there for 3.5 weeks while we tried to contact them every single day. And now they're blaming us that it's been there that long while all documentation was perfectly in order. And after 3.5 weeks, they managed to find the phone number that's on all of the packages. Seemingly not before that. Anyway, they're going to charge us overlay fees. Because it was there 3.5 weeks. And it was more than, it's like 300 something kilo. So they're going to probably charge us like $250, $300, $400 per day that it was in their depot and it wasn't moving. They're going to charge us for that. It's total insanity. Yeah, they will add storage fees. Exactly. It's totally insane. So first they take your package hostage. For 3.5 weeks they act like they don't have it. And then they're going to charge you because they had to hold it for 3.5 weeks. Okay. Let's calm down. I don't want to have a rant stream. This is enough ranting. We're going to put all our anger, energy, we're going to put that in the box. Yeah. Well, we're for sure never, ever going to ship a FedEx again to the US, to Dr. Z's, that's for sure. Ready for fun now. Nice. Someone take the hammer away from Q for this build. Yeah, I need to break something. No, I don't want to break something. We're just going to start with the box, because last time when we quit, we're going to start with a Quinn boxed. Because I can get packages from China here in a few days, unlike to the US, which takes months and then they blame you. Need to zoom in there. I have some packages here which we might need today, because I hope we're going to get to that part. Let's just start opening them up. These are fuse wires, because I like to fuse things, and we're going to have a pretty beefy power supply in there with 350 watts. So I'd like to fuse things, but we can't use standard ATO fuses because we're going to run around 50 voltish. And these are glass fuses, which should have no problem doing that. And I should have different sizes. So we have some, does it say on here? Yeah, this is 18 gauge. And this is 16 gauge. And this is 14 gauge. So it's thinner wire, medium wire, and thicker wire. And it, of course, depends on how many amps you're going to run. And I have included 0.5 amp fuses, 1 amp fuses, and 2 amp fuses. But that's also why I got this box. I have to sift this out of all the other packages. They should be the same fuses, but then a nice pack. A nice pack labeled with 0.1, 0.2, 0.5, 1 amp, 2 amp, 3 amp, 4. So we can choose the fuse we need and the wire thickness. Now, we're going to run 50 volt, so we really don't need a very thick wire, because we're probably going to go, like the PUE switch, it probably gets like a do I have a 1.5 amp fuse? No, I don't. Well, if 1 amp is 50 watt, 2 amp is 100 watt already. So probably give it a 2 amp fuse max. But yeah, these are Because I figured, like, I don't really need a full-on distribution board that I have to design, etc. Something like this, you can screw it open, and the fuse is just in there. Something like that. Oh no, this is a spring. Oh, it didn't come with the fuse inserted. Okay, so this is the wire, and it has a little spring. And you take the fuse. This is a 1 amp fuse. You put it, I think, easiest in this side. Does it have... No, it's both sides are the same. There, and because of the spring, it pushes it together. So you need a little bit of force. And there. Now you have a wire that has a fuse in there. 1.5 fuse. That's what she said. Yeah. So we might even just be able to use these wires directly from the power supply to whatever it's going to, and not even need other wires. So that would be convenient. Yeah, this is pretty easy. And as I said, you can just pick the fuse you need. And these are rated for, let's see, 250 volts. So running 50 volt through it is perfectly fine. And you can just twist it apart, and there. So I thought that might be a better solution if we don't really need like a lot of distribution and connections. Now they put the baggies in here. I'm gonna put them in the cubby, because otherwise I'll never... I guess I could keep them in the back. Okay, we'll keep them in the back, because it does say on the back that it has the 1 amp fuse. Yeah, and you can even get them with 14 gauge, which is a much thicker wire, so that could even support, you know, a few amps, no problem. But I think the 16 gauge or something like that, that's already perfectly fine for a 2 amp fuse. I guess you should link these in the description, huh? Let me do that real quick. Might actually make some money. Oh. Yeah, because that's the thing. All my money's tied up in something that's stuck at FedEx. Anyway, fuse. Okay, let's see if I can get a link here. Yeah. Okay, get link. YouTube, copy, edit, stream settings, edit. Wire with built-in fuse. Oh no, wait, what's going on? Copied the wrong thing. There. And then extra fuses. For the FedEx fund. That's very kind, Philip. Thank you. YouTube. Copy. Save. Okay. The description should be updated now. With a link to these cables and to this extra box to have all kinds of sizes, right? So I'm hoping we're going to need that today, that we get far enough. Let me get all of this out of the way, because again, I haven't touched the box since we finished with it last... Was it last week? Yeah, it was last week. So let's open that up and take a look. Yep, that looks about right. So I think the next part we might want to do today is build in the power supply. We said we were going to add it like this. so that the fan blows over here, which would be good, I think. And it's a bit away from the edge, especially because the fan might vibrate. I don't know. Yeah, but I think it was Dutch Maker last week. Non-nail biting. I actually cut my nails today because they were a bit uneven. But yeah. But I do not nail bite. No. And otherwise, I think I'd wreck my teeth earlier than my nails because they're quite strong. I have a special nail clipper because... Anyway. Yeah, so today we're going to take more of this white wire that we also use to insert it over here and route it behind it, I think, to over here, and then probably put some Kapton tape on that or something like that. So the AC side is safe. Look at photo on your phone. What? What? Did you send me something? Let me check. No. Wait, maybe. Nope. Anyway, yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. But I think it was Dutch Maker who said, "Oh, for the arrangement, you mean?" No, I remember. Who said, "You're gonna have to remove that because you're not gonna get it out again." Well, we're gonna have to remove this. This can stay in place, so we might have to unscrew these wires over here so we can take this out. Because he's right that we can't really lift the plate out, which we need to do to mount this guy. Okay, well, that's fine. So let's do that now. I'm going to use this guy. Let's see if this is the right head. Yes. You envy my nails. Wow. I actually got one of my worst comments about my nails once. And I made a whole thread about it, like 36 layers deep. There was this guy like, "Your fingernails are long, gay." And I was like, wow, this guy must have a great life. So I went into discussion with him, and he was a total wacko. But it was fun. Anyway, let's see. Can we move this out? I think so. No, we're not going to discuss the box. Do you want more discussion? Oh, wait, I can't. Oh, hold on. It's in there. There. It's a very tight fit. Okay. Let's try and get these wires through. That chat has at least 6 hours left in it. I don't know. Okay, so we've got this out. That's good. Let's leave it here. So now we should be able to remove this plate. Michael, yes, the Quinergy project is on hold until the new home. But that isn't moving very fast either. So, yeah. Lots of stuff going on. We might still build the battery boxes at some point, but I don't know when. So now we can remove this. That's good. And then last time they told me to use a tape trick with which I can basically spot the holes. So let's do that. Never done that before, but we'll see. Thank you, Michael. Yes, yeah, it's in the design phase right now, and I'm kind of lacking in that. So it goes up until here about. No, that didn't go right. Okay, well, so the power supply is about that big. Good. And I think I'm just gonna poke the holes. So there is a screw hole here. And there is a screw hole here. This side isn't to be mounted. No, I know, but you'd imagine the screw holes to be at the same spot, right? I think they are. I think they are. That would be stupid if it wasn't. Is it? Okay, let me... Oh, now you have me doubting myself. Jesus! Do I? Maybe this guy? So... They might actually not be. Okay, I'm going to take the tape off and put it on the other side and then we'll know. Of course, that's never going to work. We'll see, we'll see. So there's a hole here. Yeah, I think it worked. I think it's the same. Okay. Phew. Huh. Guys have me doubting myself. Jesus. So the easiest way, if we look at it like this, and I want to have it here, is to, it doesn't have to be very precise, is to maybe stick it down like this. Is that then how I'd like it to be? So it's over here. Maybe a little bit further down. And then I guess we drill it from the top, because that way we know where to drill, I guess, in regards to the sides. Veneeria calipers. Okay. Yeah, something like this is good. And even I need to make sure it's not too close. I think it's too close. Yeah. No. Try that again. There. That should be good. Yeah, that should be good. Then we're going to drill that from the top, I think. Vernier calipers. I don't know what those are. Now I can align it with this edge, so that's nice. That seems to be okay. And we need to drill a hole that will fit an M4 bolt. Oh, I still have my drill here. Ha! It never moved. Okay. See? So, let's get a screw, or not a screw, a drill. Nope, other way. There. Let me get the M4 bolts just to compare. Whenever we can take one of these long ones. And we need to find a drill. Okay. That will basically fit that. Something like this. Maybe this. That looks pretty okay. A little bit too big, but with them again, well, we do have, oh wait, 3.5, 3, and this is 4. So maybe 3.5. It'll be gonna, no, that's gonna be, yeah, that's gonna be tight fit, but that's good, I think, because it's M4. Can someone look up the hole size for M4? What's the hole size for M4? I don't know. Oh, there's a drill here that looks... Oh, this is bent. Okay, let's throw that away. Four millimeter, that's what the 4 stands for. Sure, that kind of makes sense. But do I really want to drill it 4, or do I want to drill it 3.5 and then wiggle it around a little bit? I'm leaning towards that. Oh, there it goes again. So let's put this back. 4.3 close fit, 4.5 standard fit. Okay, so a 4 then. You can always go bigger. Drill 4. Go for the 4. Okay. I don't remember the size this is. Something like that. .5 too small. Yeah, well, you know, a snug fit's good, but okay. Well, the smart thing would be not to drill it while it's in the case, because I'm undoubtedly going to drill too far. Oh, wait. So we're going to drill on top of this box, which is from the PoE switch, which has the power supply, but don't care about that. They are the best ever. Okay, I believe you. I believe you, guys. Okay, so we have box we can drill into. Okay. Okay, let's just go for it. That's some tough plastic. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's do so over here. It's a tough plastic, bad drill, bit of both. There. Awesome. I'll vacuum the desk again later. No. This is official Makita. It's like 15 years old, but it doesn't matter. So now we have put 2 holes in this box. Okay. Let's remove the tape. Look at that. It's almost like a professional did it. Which I am certainly not. Well, you can't see, because the camera will be like, nope. Okay. So, moment of truth. Let's first select the screw depth we need. We need about 1.2 millimeters for this plate. And then it needs to go in like 0.5 millimeter or something. So, 16? How's that sound? 16? Yeah. Oh, wait. 16 feels very long. Let's try 12. I'm getting paid for this, yeah. YouTube ads. It's below minimum wage, I can tell you. Okay. So let's take one of these and see how far it goes in. The holes are offset. It can't be. Okay, so when I screw them fully in, there's about this much left. But of course, it needs to go through the plate. So I think this is pretty good. Let's give it a try. Look at the grid. Oh, you're right. How did that happen? That's gonna look horrible. Okay, we're going to see. We'll see. Okay, well, first off, it's good. It fits through there while the head stays on this side. So, oh, we can also see these now. It shouldn't have been longer. Okay, let's do one side first. I thought I aligned the tape though, so I'm a bit confused. Okay, let's do the other side. Seems we have the right size. Or the right length, rather. Okay. No, it's a bit crooked. They're right. If you look at the line up top here and down here. Oh, damn it. Well, not much I can do about it now. It is on there, though. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. Good. Next up is the switch, I think, because this is already for this. Hold on. Oh wait, you need to maneuver this in here. Come on. There. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that still fits. That's good. Isn't touching. That's also good. The crookedness enhances the dissipation. Yeah, we have the fan here now, which is clearly not blocked. That's good. Where's the switch? Right, we have our switch, which was gonna go somewhere over here, and then this can just we might drill into the case, or we'll double-sided sticky tape. But this is very light. This is just a very light plastic box. But we need to take into account that this will be here. But even without the housing, so flush up until here. That fits. So let me fix this real quick. No, this is already okay. Yeah. So that's going to be fine over there. So it can go in the middle. If you close your eyes, you can't see it. Mr. Quinmeister finally caught a stream daylight savings and shift changes. Hope you and the missus and cats are well. We are. Thank you. Yeah, so this will work. It's tight, but it'll work. This, don't care. And then here we have the DC plug for this guy. And I'll probably mount this somewhere over here. Something like that. Maybe a little bit in, or maybe in the middle. I don't know yet. Because it needs to have a UTP cable coming from the access point and one going to the switch. So those are very short runs. That's easy. I know we have the indents where self-tappers go. But I never liked that. Has anyone ever liked that system? Like, I find it very hard to get on. It's not very stable. I mean, yeah, no. No, I know. So I do have good sticky tape. But we might actually just disassemble the whole switch, attach this to the lid of it, and then attach the bottom to the case, and then reassemble the switch again. How does that sound? That sounds good to me. Let's do that. So let's take this apart. Might actually have to unscrew the power supply for that, but that's fine. .3D print, yeah, 3D print is the same issue with tape. This box will get hot in the sun, so could print ABS, I guess, but no smoke yet, no smoke yet. Okay, so let's take a look at this switch. We opened it up before. Yeah, so I'm thinking we can easily get 2 screws to go through this case. That won't interfere with anything over here because the screws aren't going to stick out really. Well, we have to use the right length, right? But we have M4 bolts and nuts, but we also have M3, so whatever fits best. And we can fix this thing on top of the switch, which will then also see a bit of airflow, so that's nice. And that's the top side. And then for the bottom side, I'm thinking we just remove the PCB. It's on standoffs, so we can add some screws, especially here in the corners. I don't know yet. Have to see. But over here, there's no components. So we could easily add like 2 screws where there's no components on the back. And then screw it into the board. So then everything's screwed down. Ah, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a bit heavier, Rob. The access point we are probably going to glue down, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, I think that's all screws. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so there's this thick pad here, which... What is that contact? Okay, this I see here. Okay. But there's all kinds of caps here. Well, that's fine. But yeah, if we take if we put some screws in an area where there's nothing on the back, even if it would touch the PCB, which it shouldn't, that's not going to be a problem. And this pad is... Let's see. I'd say 7 millimeters. 6 or 7 millimeters, and one of these nuts very warm. Cover with Captain tape. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. Did I take the M3 or M4? Okay, so we have the M4 here. One of these nuts is well, it's easily below the depth of that plate, so it should never touch anything on the PCB. So that's good. And let's see, can I get an M4 through here? No, okay. M4, I could thread it through, but that's going to be tough. Okay, so no M4. Okay. But then, that's why I got an M3 kit also. Come on. Under the plate. No, this is for the little guy. M3. Yeah, M3 goes through there easily. So we can take an M3, drill 2 holes in the top. Oh, okay, yeah, I was talking about the bottom, of course. Yeah. No, for the bottom, you're right, Philip. We would put the nut under, yeah. Sure, yeah, you're right. For the bottom, we just have to see if we need 6, 8, 12, or 16 millimeters. That's why I like these kits. They're not expensive, but then at least you're not stuck when you're doing this kind of stuff. Or we could use a self-tapper. But we could actually use some M3 or M4 bolts and not use a self-tapper on the bottom also. Because I was thinking I'd use a self-tapper on the bottom, but then again I can't self-tap the metal anyway. So maybe we do that with all M3 screws and bolts. That's probably better. Because then I also have various lengths. And of the self-tappers, I also have some lengths, but less varied. Good idea there, Philip. Good idea. Okay. So this is the back. It needs to be around here, because that's what we measured. Give it a little bit of space, like that. Oh, sorry. So something like that. Sometimes CEO is useful, yes. Now, how do I... So we have the switch, so we can determine... I think 2 holes is plenty, just like this box. We only also did 2 holes. This is also 2 holes, so... Is it in the path of the fans? Yes, but that's partially the idea, because this has vents on the side. So it'll blow air through the switch. And even hot air, which in theory the power supply would blow out, is better than... even moving hot air is better than not moving air. If that makes sense. So even if the power supply would blow out like 40 degrees C, that's still better to have that airflow than to have no airflow at all. Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of the idea. So it'll have the vents like right here. So yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, I have some nylon kits, but I think using metal here is fine. I mean, so we need to determine screw locations. I guess I need to get a pen for that. Hold on, let me get a pen. I recently found the pens that are supposedly good for that. You can I need to take the power supply off to screw the lid back in, but that's okay. It's becoming a bit of a puzzle. Let's hope we don't have to take it apart in the field. Yeah, let's make a red dot. So during one of the Quinboxed, I bought some of these long nib markers from Lito, it seems. I don't know. A few Quinboxed back, many Quinboxes back. But this should, I hope. No, I don't. I don't have to take the PSU off. Oh, if we have the nuts on the back, I guess we don't, especially if we... No, we need to counter the screws when we hold the nuts. So... It's not linked to, but I wanted to try it out. So what I'm thinking is we make a hole like over here and over here, which should be fine on the back side of the PCB also. So let's move it to the side. Yeah, now how do I do that? Yeah, true, Philip. But if you can't hold the screw part, can't really make it tight. So, don't know. We'll see. So let's leave it. Let's see. Let's leave this here, and then. Yeah, okay. It doesn't have to be very precise. So we make one of the holes there. Yeah, I mean there's nothing in the back, so it doesn't really matter where it goes. Okay, so over there. And let's see on the back here. It's a kind of in the middle. Yeah, so I would say somewhere around here. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, because this is all SMD, so there's nothing on the back there. Should be fine. No, yeah, I mean, I just need close enough. Can use two of the screw which already there. I don't know. You mean these? No, it'll be fine. So this is pretty lined up, and then we know there's nothing beneath here, like that. So that's fine. Yep, good. Okay, now we need to find a new drill. I guess we should measure the top also. Why go? Isn't there 7mm spacing? Why go through the board? We're not going through the PCB. No. We're marking the case. Let's mark this guy also. In regards to height, if we look at how it's sitting in here, is there anything we need to take into account? No, we have plenty of height there, so that's not going to be a problem either. So we can just ideally attach it. So that would be this guy, and we want power facing this way. I don't know, maybe a little bit towards the back in the middle. You could also put a screw through and a nut under the switch and lock that in. Yeah, maybe, but we're gonna screw it in now. I don't know. I'm kind of set on that. So let's make some marks here too. Maybe we need a different color. We'll see. I don't care about it too much. I don't know if this will be visible. We'll see. Yeah. Okay. Line it up with the PSU. No. It'll be around here, and then on top of it like that, so we have a bit of airflow again. Riv nuts, yeah. Ditch the case. No. Oh. Okay, these aren't very visible, but you can see them somewhat. No, they're there, but they're not very bright. Maybe I need a different color. I don't know. I have black, blue, and green. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, this can go. I can't use the same drill because that's a wood bit. Oh, and we're going to use M3, so we need thinner bits anyway, or thinner drill. Yeah, I have a center punch, but I thought I'd use the markers. Maybe I have to use the center points also. So this was 4. Now, I don't know if I have metal drills. That's a good question. You'd think this kit would have everything. So this is wood. I know that. This is masonry. I think. Yeah. So then... Do I use the same drill? It's for injecting the Starlink dish. You don't have metal in that box. Uh-oh. That's going to be interesting. I have some other drills, though. They are wood center points. Okay. For plastic, use wood. Yeah, that's what we did. But now we want to drill metal. The black ones? You mean these? No. Send it with one of them. You got Dremel tools. Maybe. Let me check if I have some metal drills. Hold on. Why is there all kinds of drills over here? Oh. So I have an SDS kit, but that's likely not going to have metal either. I found this, but this is also for stone and masonry and stuff like that. I think, yeah, same kind of bit or same kind of head. But I also have these, and those should be the ticket. I believe these are cobalt drills. Stahlbohrer. Yes. Good. Let's see what we have. We have 5. Okay. Oh, don't put it on there. 2. Okay. 5 and 5.5. Okay. 6. Okay. 4.5. That's getting close. And 6.5. Oh, okay. They'll do. Yeah. These should do fine. You're saying these might be... Yeah, maybe. These might also be for metal. Don't go small enough, though. Because we need to use M3 for the top. For this top. Yep. 2 points over here. And for the bottom we can also use M3 or M4. But I have a 2, a 4.5, and a 5. The black ones are multi-material. Okay, well at least I have a 4 for those. So I can use the M4s on the bottom, but I can't use the M4s. Do you have a file? Yeah, I have a file. But I can't use the M4s on the top because we need to use M3. So I'm thinking we go in with 2 and I just wiggle it around to make it a 3-ish until it fits. Because the next biggest size I have is 4.5. You have 3.5. I do? Where? This ends at 4. And these were the wood bits, I thought. Or maybe they weren't the wood bits at all. Yeah, but we're drilling in metal, so I'm going to try the 2 and then just wiggle it out until it's the right size. We only need 2 holes for it, so... okay. How does this work? A Christmas spiral tapper bit a while ago. Yeah. Would that have it? This guy? That doesn't have those bits, right? Maybe this guy, but... No, I think we can use the 2 to make the M3 holes. Really? Use a nail and hammer. Yeah, that's also an option. Okay, let's get the box back. Let's see, how do we get this drill? No. Go back. Okay. And then this packaging isn't great. How do I get this out? I know how to get it out. There. Stupid packaging. It's out. Okay. Need to make sure it's in the middle because it's very tiny. Okay, let me put on some safety glasses because I forgot before. Okay, where's the M3 screw? Did I put it back? Maybe. Yeah. M4, no, M3. Yeah, this is 2. Yeah. The 2 drill will die soon. We'll see. They're cobalt, maybe. Okay, we're going to drill from the top. And then we just have to make it big enough to fit the screw. It's not that much bigger, so... Center punch, it'll wander. That's a good point. Yeah, larger and some washers is an option too. You don't want to wiggle that around while drilling. Snap off very fast. Okay. Okay. We have some center punches. No, glasses. Well, we'll just try it, and otherwise we'll use a larger diameter with some washers. I have some washers, so that's no problem. So I am protected. So let's try and center punch that. The glasses are making it hard to see. Okay, this center punch sucks. there's not much punching going on. Oh, now it did. Okay. Okay, well, there's a mark. Why isn't it center punching? Okay, odd. I don't understand. I've done this before. There we go. There we go. Okay. Probably. Well, this is okay. That looks fairly straight to me. I'm gonna drill it non-straight anyway, so, you know. Okay. Let's see. Okay, that's one. I need to square this off a bit. Okay, so if I want to make it square, I need to drill it slightly lower. Can do that. Okay, so far so good. This looks fairly straight and now, oh, okay, maybe not. I'm so bad at this. Okay, well, it's fairly not straight. That's fine. Whatever. Okay, let the wiggling command, no wait, where's the screw? Can we get this? No, no way that's going in there. Okay. Let's give it a bit of a wiggle. I think we need a lot more. Cringe, yeah. I'm thinking of just using the bigger one, the 4.5, because we can just then use a washer. No, that's true, Philip. Man, whoever designed these is just irritating. Yeah, Jesus. Okay, so 4.5 is way too big for 3. But will the head go through? Yeah, it might. Yeah, okay. Okay, back to wiggling it is. It's a little bit bigger. Well, we're getting there. Let's see how far we get. Oh. Almost. Wow, okay. Does the step bit have one of this size? I don't think so. No, that all looks way too big. Hammer time. What is a better way to do this? I guess I can use the 4. No, the 4 is also too big. Okay. How much are we willing to bet that this is just plastic and not PCB inside? I have washers, no worries, no worries. Use a self-tapper to pre-drill the hole. Yeah, but they're made for wood, not metal. 100%. Yeah, so these are just plastic, right? Okay, let's use the bigger drill. Let's use the 4.5, because then we should be able to use the 4 screw. See, that doesn't okay. No, okay. That doesn't overlap, so we should be able to use that. Yeah, we'll drill it bigger and then either use a washer or... No idea how warm this is. Okay. Either use a washer or use an M4. I don't know about the steps. I think they're bigger. Oh, wait, this is long. Probably, maybe. Can we open it up? Oh, we can open it up. Okay, we'll open it up. I don't want to destroy it. So let's make these bigger. Is it not in straight? It is. Okay. Okay. So let's see if this will fit easily. Good. Okay, I don't want metal filings on my desk right now, so I'm going to get the vacuum real quick. Okay. Right. So let's take a look at this guy. We're going to open everything up. What kind of idiotic screws are in here? Interesting. Okay. What is the best bit set I have? Maybe over here is an easy one. Okay, that works. Okay. Okay, well that's pretty easily confirmed. That is just plastic. Good. Very good. Let's take a look at the PCB while we're at it. Well, it's nicely designed. Oh. Interesting. So we have some gas discharge tubes here. That is for like lightning strikes and things like that. And then we have this looks like magnetics. We have a large diode over here. So this one. There is I was going to say an inductor, but it's not an inductor. It might be an optocoupler. I don't know. Seems to have 4 legs. There's an LED on a stick. And there's a fuse here. I think that's a fuse, an auto reset fuse. Yeah, it looks well made. Oh, there's some extra diodes over here. Cool. Yeah, okay. That looks well made. Somebody put some care in that. I mean, even just the black silkscreen and then the ENIC coating, that's an extra option for sure. And they used nice planes instead of tracks over here, and yeah, pretty good. That's the nicest PUE injector I've ever seen. It's from EDUP, and it's specifically meant for Starlink, so it says it can do 150 watts. I don't know about that. But it can do 48 to 57, 3 amps, up to a gigabit. And it basically uses all contacts, so 1, 2, 3, and 6, and 4, 5, 7, 8 for plus and minus. No, we're going to put it in the box. Come on. Oh, oh, okay. Okay. Good. Noise. Yep. Yeah, I always like these terminals anyway. So I really like this product. Looks good. Okay. So we can safely drill that out. That's no problem. Okay, let me get my headphones back. I have no music. No, wait. Safety glasses. Headphones. So I guess I should be able to use the same drill to drill out these holes, right? This will be on like that. And this will go... Well, this won't go through because it's too big. Okay, so let's just use this drill. There, that was easy. Okay, you guys were right. Okay, let's see if this fits now. Yes, and yes. Oh, look at that. Okay, good. Now the question is, not inside or out. I'm thinking inside because we don't really have the space on the outside, right? So let's start with the M4 flat, M4 8 maybe. Well, let's start with the smallest one. I guess this is the smallest one. Yeah. Oh, they even have washers in the kit. Out what? Lock washer? Oh, I might actually have those somewhere. Don't know about where. Now how can these not fit? That's not possible. Okay. Okay. I guess this will only work if I drill the holes in the right spot. Let me check here. How far is this? Okay, that's not a lot inside, but it should be enough. Let me see if I can align this in a way that it actually goes through. Can't see. There might be a slight alignment problem there. Jesus. Why? Let's first get this one through. Okay. Just push it through. Yeah, well, it's not aligning, so there's nothing to push through. Oh, how did that happen? This might actually be too shallow. I might want one screw bigger to have a bit more to hold on to. Yeah. This one, they're screwed in. Okay. 100% consistent with any mounting hole you've ever drilled. Yeah, this is kind of how it goes for me too. So I need to put pressure on it to unscrew it. There. Okay. Okay, let's use the longer ones. And maybe I can skew it in. Let's see. So let's get one in there. Oh, one is in there. Okay, good. Yeah, now we have this much space. That's better, I think, to screw a nut onto. It's a bit longish, but it should be fine. So if I now... Let me put a nut on here, because this is annoying. There. Now we can toy with it. It's close. Yeah. We kind of marked it while it was on there, which should in theory have worked. But let me try a little trick here. Well, trying to wiggle it through while it's at an angle, which I thought would work. Maybe it did. Let me check. Yes. Okay, I think I got it. See, this one now doesn't even need a nut. Yeah, but I even tried to line it up after. But it doesn't matter. It's in there now. I'll put a nut on there just for show. Yeah, I had to lift one side up so I could angle the other side in, and then it worked. They weren't that far off. So hand tight is probably fine. But I'll give it a little screw here. There. That is going nowhere. It's as crooked as it should be, okay?
They talk about another kind of world.
It's as crooked as everything else in the box. So, that's good. Perfect. No changes needed. Okay, so now this part is done. And we can check with the PCB. No, that's not going to hit anything, I think. Maybe it'll hit the heatsink, and then we get extra cooling. Let's try it. Let's give it a try. So we'll just align this a bit and then see where this lands. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, I don't believe that'll hit anything. Good. Okay. Next. We need to... We're just going to do the same thing. This doesn't need to line up with anything, which is good, because it's not my strongest ability, it seems. So we're just gonna send it. Oh, I guess we should center punch it, huh? We can do that. We can center punch it on the disc. Yeah, this center punch just doesn't work. And this one is... Oh, okay, that's better. Okay. It negates the crooked power supply. Exactly. No, I can just drill through the bottom when the switch is on there. I don't think we need to align that too much. So I first want the hole here. Okay, that's one hole. And second hole. No, it's on this side, so I can put it in reverse, but that wouldn't make sense. This is out. It was on in. Maybe that could be a frame rate thing. The stream is terrible to the ears. Sorry. Okay, let me let me vacuum that. If we're talking about loud noises, lower your noise. Lower your. Wait, why is it so? There. Lower your music volume. Of course, I drilled them from the top down, so now we have some lips here. I have a file, but I'm thinking maybe this will be just as easy. Yeah, that's fine. No more lips. Good. Right, so we need to get the box plate. ASMR video, yes. Here it doesn't have to be that strict. We just kind of want it like that. We already measured that this was going to fit. So that's no problem. I guess I can use the center punch again. Kind of. Now, is there anything against using the metal drill again? Just drill it through. Yeah. Nothing. Nope. Nothing against that. Okay. Yeah, good. Okay. Because then I'm just gonna do that. Good. That was easy. Put the part back on and drill through. No, no, no. We're now dedicated to this alignment. There we go. No problems whatsoever. It's a bit crooked, a little bit. I think I can use the same screws again. But the washers might not be such a good idea. Because it's already coming loose. Okay. Oh wait, no, okay. So let's get, okay, that's fine. Let's get some washers on here. Maleki Cressy. It's fun that he's watching with you, Greg. Oh, look at this. Uh-oh. That's going to be tight. Let me see if I can screw it in. You made his day. Nice. I hope you have a fun time, Maleki. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but we'll see. Okay, I think I got it in there. Yeah, I hear you, Philip, but I don't know. So this one's actually good, because this one's now locked down. Isn't there a trick with 2 washers? I don't know. Or two nuts? Malachi? I don't know. Now you can't close the switch anymore. What do you mean? I can. I just need to take the power supply off. Okay, well, that's in there. Yeah, the alignment crookedness is continuing. Yeah, so, okay, so now we have one here. And this one is not going to move because it can't. Can I screw it down nice and tight? Yeah. And we have 2 over here. Both through bottom of the switch into a nut. Okay. Yeah. No, we can just take this off. That's fine. Okay. Let's do that now. I mean, if it was a self-tapper, maybe not, but it's not a self-tapper, so... Yes, I'm better at low-tech solutions in this regard. Other stuff, no, but this, yes. Locked, sure, yeah, I don't think I have Loctite, actually. I don't know. Okay, well, this is very much lower than even their own standoffs, and especially their thermal pads, so I don't see any issues with clearance there. I believe it was these. Nice. No worries. Thanks for watching the videos and the live stream. Cool. Okay, let's put 2 nuts on here also. Just to be sure. Yeah, they shouldn't have put the grid on there. I agree, Rob. Okay, tighten this one down. Okay, that shouldn't be coming off anytime soon either. And it shouldn't be hitting anything. Okay. Yeah. Still flush. Good. Let's check if there's any damage or anything like that. I don't think so. No, it's clearing easily. Okay. We can put the switch back together. The magic smoke test. Yes, well, actually, this switch has never been turned on. So, that's how we do it in live streams. We just send it. Let's go. Damn great. Okay. Do we want to wire up the power? No, we want to wire up the. We want to make it extra hard on ourselves, and we want to wire up the power supply while it's in there. Although, you know, I have enough clearance to do that, so that's fine. Kind of lined up with the P. Yeah. I see all these Christmas lighting boxes and stuff like that on Reddit and on the Discord. I'm always jealous, like, I'm not that great at that kind of stuff. I design in PCB software, which aligns things for me. Or at least it's a lot easier. If I tell it to make a hole somewhere, it'll make it in exactly that spot. Not like how I do it. Oh wait, that's the wrong screw. Okay, good, very good. Starting to look like something. So I guess we can do the AC wiring now. What I've been thinking is for the earth, I'll probably put a Wago in here. And then the other connections we just screw into here. I just noticed, however, this guy kind of also wants an earth. See that? So, yeah. How bad would it be to double up the earth on the power supply and then lead it to this box? Yeah, no, I'm not too I'm not too bothered by all the misalignment. I know Philip probably knows it. Can I loop the Earth from over here to over here? It all has its own twist, you know. Yes. Okay. I think so too. Let's take a look at the original AC adapter. It's a 1.25 amps. Okay. Well, then again, I want a 1.5 amp fuse, but we don't have one. Okay, well, whatever. Oh, if I can... So I have an earth coming in here, which I'll just Wago to the power supply. Can I then add another earth connection from here to this guy? Because this one's earth plus and minus. Earth is earth. Yeah, I know, but... That's more AC side stuff, and I don't do that often, so... So let's get this wire in here. Give me a bit of slack space. Something like that. Run a single Wago from the PUE injector. From the Wago, yeah, from over here. Yeah, that does make it a lot more difficult, though. No. Power doesn't balance that way, Stefan. So wiring-wise... I don't know. We open it up. You'd have to scroll back in the video. So I'm just gonna roughly measure up this cable here. Something like this would be good. So over here. Right, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so this cable has some slack over here and can easily go up till here. That's fine. And I like using the white cable, I think it's fun. Okay, unsheathing. I think it's also for the lightning protection, yeah. Let's see how much I need to unsheath. Something like that. Okay, yeah, something like that. I always try to get the sheath off without, hitting the conductors. There. Okay, that's good. Let's put some ferrules on that. Too short? No. No, the PUE injector is DC fed, so that's why it's weird it has an earth on there. But yeah. It is what it is. I could check the manual. A little bit more. Now these barely fit, so I think my best bet is to twist them. Did I use yellow before? Yeah, I did. Yeah, okay, yeah. Barely fit. Maybe one of you guys can open up the EDUP website and take a look. I want to strip these a bit more. I had the same issue last time. If for some reason I can't get them... Okay, let me take one size bigger. Yeah, I just need one size bigger. Perfect. Good. Well, I don't know. Earth is Earth and ground is ground. But it has terminals for both. So... Well, I can't check anymore. It's screwed down, Philip. But it's the 150 watt injector. Okay. I should have used the black ferrules. Oh well. Let me trim these off a little bit. Hold on. Good. Now they are the perfect. Yeah, I see a lot of people crimping the plastic part, but that's just extra insulation. You indeed need to crimp the metal part, and then they shouldn't come off, even when you tug on it. I do like twisting the wires because it makes for a better connection, in my opinion. But there's different schools about that you shouldn't have to and blah blah blah. Okay, but yeah, especially if it's tiny wire. Yeah. Their website doesn't really say anything about Earth. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, now this side, it would be best to use forks. So I have a fork kit or something similar. Let me first strip this down a little bit. Come on. Too many tools, too little space. A little bit more, something like that. Perfect. Okay. Come on. There. Good. Let me get my forkies. I guess I don't need this right now. Let's see. Fuses. These are the giant ferrules. So like these are pretty big. But there should also be forks in here. Yep. Oh. Don't need these. Let's see. 2-5. 2-5. That's pretty good. Let's see if this is compatible with the terminal. Yeah, those terminals are officially a 4. But a 5, yeah, 5 should fit, so that's okay. So 2-5 is acceptable. Let's see if we have a 2-4. We have an unlabeled bag, that's never good. Three and a half, 4. No. No earth connected. Yeah, doesn't mean that's the right way to do it, but I get you, I get you. A 2-4. Okay, so we have 2-4. Nice. Okay, yeah. Let's give 2-4 a try. I only have red and black. In this case, of course, that's wrong, but we'll just use all red. Oh, maybe one black. The first number is the cable diameter, and the second number is the size of the shoe, basically. Okay. Okay. Don't need those. So let's use these and see if this is the right fit for the cable. And if not, we're going to use a little trick I use more often, which everyone will complain about, but you know. Now, for these, you don't need as much stripped off. So that's already too much. Something like that. And then you just poke it through, like so. Sure. Let's give it a try. Uh-oh. I got it in there crooked. Damn it. The release mechanism is such a bother, I generally just crimp it. It's in crooked. Oh, I got it. Okay, let's do it the other way around then. Okay. Like that, it needs to poke through a little bit, and then you crimp it down. And for good measure, I always do one slightly behind it too. Let me try and show you. There, and this should be nicely squeezed down, and then you can tug test it. Yeah, that's not coming off, so that's a good size. And I know the fork is the right size, so, okay. Okay, you see it poking through a little bit. There. Oh. Yeah, that's the sucky thing. It's hard to get a good crimped connection. So maybe these aren't the right size. Let's try that again. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So, yeah, from my experience twisting, you know, it's not bad. Ah! These aren't the right size. Okay, maybe I should do my little trick. Because I can pull all of these off if I... Okay, maybe not this one. Ah! Okay, if I really try, I can pull all of these off. Okay, what I sometimes do... And there's probably going to be people that shout at that also. Is I take some ferrules. I crimp those on, and then I put a ferrule over those. Yeah, I know I need only crimp one time, but the metal inside runs a bit wider than the crimp is. But yeah, it's hard to get it to make a good connection if you don't have the exact right size, right? Okay. Double over the copper than in the ferrule. Oh, is it too zoomed in? Okay. Come on. Okay. Okay. We get our box of crimpies back. This is 4. Oh. Crimps are going everywhere. This is 5. So let's see if it can still fit in here. I don't think so. Oh, it can. Okay. Good. Where did the black one go? Sorry. It's hard to navigate everything on the desk. So this is red. Oh, here it is. Okay, let's try that again. It doesn't matter in this case. No, that's on there. I know that's not the way to do it in regards to the amount of current that's going to run through it. It's less than an amp. So, yeah. Not yet, hey Spindex, not yet. I'm teaching people to do the wrong things. Okay. Or at least I think electricians will shout at me. But you know. Okay. So, don't need that. Let's take a look at this. Don't need that right now. So the consensus currently is no earth on the power injector then. I'll do some research outside of the stream, but... There. I did. I just crimped on a ferrule, and I know that's probably the wrong thing to do, but if I don't have the right size ferrule, yeah, that generally works best. The right size crimp, that generally works best for having a good connection on there. Okay, that's in there solid. Okay, so let's keep earth. Okay, well, this needs to go in first. Okay, we have plenty of cable room, that's good. Let's see, this is earth. And we have neutral and live. Okay, I'm just gonna... Yep, good. Hold on. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it, Yuffel? I sometimes wonder too, but yeah. Okay, so this is attached and doesn't come out. Good. We have our earth here. We have the nice white in there. Good. And later we can shove more of it in there to basically make the cable go away. I guess we're ready for some DC connections. Where's the... Buy more. Yeah, no, I looked in my box, but that was the smallest one I have. So we have this connection for here. That's only also going to see about 1 amp or so, maybe. So this should be fine. But the thing we want to do first is we want to set the voltage on the power supply, because this is an 48 volt power supply, and we want to set it to about 50 amps. Yeah, I'm surprised about that sometimes too. Hey, Spandex. Let's see, how is that called again? Easy something? Yeah. Okay, that's booted. Yes. Let's see if it can connect. The device is not connected. What? Why? It's dead. Why? Connect. It can't connect. Why not? It has a network link. I see it right there. Did the IP address change? Let me check. It did. Oh, okay. Well, that sucks. Hold, one moment. Can I change this? Oh, I think I can. Okay, wait. Okay. Alive. Play. Oh, is it working? It's working. Yeah, buy all the stuff. Oh, but now we need the AC connection. Damn. Okay, we're just gonna wire it up without the box, and then later we'll put it back in the box. Okay. So we need the earth to go through. Oh, don't go there. And then we need these guys. Hold on. These need to go under. These need to go over. Get ready for stream ending connection being made. We'll see, we'll see. There. This will sit something like this. That's fine. So we have a neutral. This is neutral. Why is it so short now? Okay, you need to fish this in here. Hold on. No. What happened to my window? Okay, I need to fix the multimeter display. What happened there? Strange. It's one of those you need more finger situations. Oh, I have a router board DHCP server, so I just look in the logs and see what IP it got. Come on. Why is this so hard? Was it this hard the last time? I can't really get it angled in there. Okay, we're gonna remove it. There. Oh yeah, I have some of those, but I can just do it like this too. Oh. What? Okay. There. There. Okay. That worked. Okay, so now we have Earth and this Earth, which need to be connected. But I should have some one-way Legos somewhere over here. Of course I can't find it, so I'll take a new one. So these are one-way Legos. Let's strip that. Oh. Not enough. Okay. Okay. Oh, I don't know if the black version fits in the Wago. Very tightly. But that's fine. There. Now we have an Earth connection. Might not be the greatest Earth connection, but still. Let me fix the display. No. There. Okay. Oh, I need the stecker dose. I guess. Because I want to set the voltage to 50 volt. And then we can hook up the switch. Yeah. Noise. Okay, stecker dose. Don't I have a stecker dose here? I might have, but I don't know where. Okay. last one was a bit unwieldy, so we're gonna take a new Brennan stool out of the box. I like this brand of staccados. I wonder what diameter wire they used. 1.5, same as we're using. Okay. Should I put my safety glasses on? Do we have that little trust? I need the sticker. Oh, this guy, this massive guy here. We're gonna put that in. Okay, good. I guess I should keep everything on the screen. There. Put this in here. Okay. I'm a chicken. I'm gonna put on the safety glasses. Okay, let's see. There are 69 people here. That's the exact right number. Did I hook up anything wrong? No, I don't think so. Okay, first switch. If the stream suddenly dies, you know... Oh, okay, it already turned on. Oh! We have a green light. Oh, look at that, green light. Good. Okay. Voltage. So plus minus. Okay, we have 48.2 and I'd like it to be about 50 volt. So let's see if my screwdriver fits on here. It does. Okay, let me put that like so. Oh, okay. That went quickly. Yeah. What? 50.15. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Good. Make this go away. So let's turn that off. Okay. And let's make the cable to the switch. And for that we were going to use a fused cable. So are we going to use a 2 amp fuse or a 1 amp fuse? I guess we use a 2 amp fuse. Yeah, I showed these off at the beginning of the live stream. They're also in the video description. These are basically wires that have fuses attached in them. This is a 14 gauge wire. And it basically comes in 2 parts. You can unscrew. This has a little spring in there. And you can put the fuse in like so. There. So it's under tension. So the fuse is basically clamped in. And, well, okay, we still need a negative wire. But we can just use this wire as is. We might actually make it a bit smaller. Because, yeah, we can actually make it smaller. Right? If we can lay it out like that, that's pretty cool. So that would mean I keep this side as is. And then we need to shorten this side. So let's see, this can go like that, and this... Yeah, I guess I could make the loop... No, I can't make the loop longer. Okay. So I cut it around here. Oh, bye-bye. Oh, more ferruling. No, more. Let's strip it. Yeah, I guess more forks and more ferrules. Did you unplug it? No, I have a switch here, so I turned it off. Let me turn off the other switch too. Now it's double turned off. So this side with the plug we can use ferrules, I think. I don't actually know what wire diameter we can fit in here. Yeah, I will, but I want to check if these will fit in here. So the black ones will have a hard... Okay, the black ones will fit. So we can use... Okay, especially when crimped down, it's smaller. We can use the 14 gauge wire. Because, you know, I like to use the largest diameter wire that will go in there. So 14 gauge is fine on this side. And then we indeed need crimps. But the question is, what diameter crimp this time? Where's my stripper? Oh, yeah. A little bit more. Oh, damn it. Nope. Okay. Well, one moment. Okay. Yeah, in theory, 2.4 is correct. So probably the ones that didn't work well on the 1.5 millimeter cable just now will fit correctly on this 2 millimeter cable. So let's give that a try. So we have 2.4 and 2.5. No, 2.4. Let's keep those here. Okay, crimper. So let's give this a try. Have it poke through. Let's see. Nope. Can easily pull it off. So that's my problem with crimps. If you don't have the exact right size, even though it seems to be the right size, it's just not going to work. So I'm going to do the same trick again. Come on. Irritating wire. Some have reverse. Oh, that's a good question, actually. No, I have not. Now, I do have multiple of these switches, so we could just try it. Jesus. Oh. Okay. Don't like this wire. It's cheap wire. Let's see if this is still okay. Maybe I tugged on it too hard. No, still okay. Okay, might need to step up a ferrule. Jesus. I'm wondering if this is copper wire. I'm not 100% sure. What? Okay, but that also means we're going to have a problem on this side. Oh. Let me check. I don't think this is going to go in there. Oh, okay, it is. Oh, okay, that's not bad. Good. So now we need another forky crimpy. Will this go into the forky crimpy? I don't think so. It will. I'm just surprising myself all over the whole time. Okay, let's squeeze that in there. Like that. There. Okay, and the other side needs a crimp. Good. That's one side done. Now we do need the other side though. So let me see if I have some 14 gauge close by. Ugh. I think so. Over here. What's this? 12 gauge? No. Let me check in another place because this is a bit crowded. So, we have some 14 gauge. Stupid pop-ups, go away. There. We have a secret later. I haven't prepared one this time, so I don't know. Okay, so let's measure the length-ish. So, I'm just going to trace it like that. There. And then comes the trick to separating silicone wire. You use a scissors to cut it down the middle. Now, I've never done it with these scissors before. There. And that's how you separate silicone wire without them splitting apart, because that's often an issue. Okay. So let's do this side first. I do believe the crimp orientation matters, because if you look inside of the tool, you can see there's here is for the insulation part, and this over here with the dimple is for the where it gets crimped, basically, right? So this is for the insulation side, and that's for the crimp side. So let's see what kind of ferrule we can fit over this guy, because I'm wondering. No, okay. Okay, and then on this side, we're just gonna do the same trick. You know, be consistent. Just double end the wire, fold it back over itself. Yeah, I'll experiment with that outside of the stream, I guess. It would save on the hardware, I guess, so that's good. The fork up or down? That I don't know. Sorry. Okay, good. So now there's the question: do we check the polarity? Oh, okay. Maybe we look on the power supply if it says the polarity. It doesn't. Oh, it does. Plus is center. Minus is. Oh, sorry. Come on, you can do it. We're back to not focusing. Why not? There. Yeah, plus is inside, minus is outside. Okay. But what does the plug do? Well, we can measure that. So, okay, plus on this guy. Wow, these ferrules barely fit. Barely or not at all. Maybe I can screw it open more. Just needs to go in there once. The other one is in. What is this? Come on. Oh. Drill the connector holes. No, 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 no. There has to be a little trick to it. Because the other side went in okay. I mean, I did verify it. Let me screw that down for just to be sure. There. Yeah, that's going nowhere. Yeah, it's just too big. Okay, we can do a little trick. If I can find my tool. Well, we can use this tool. We can squish it a little bit. There, not too much. Oh, damn it. How is it that this one went in just fine and now this one doesn't? It's going to turn into Quindor struggles with a wire for an hour again. Nope. Yeah, I've done that before. Generally, if you shape it more like the hole size, it works, but for some reason this one doesn't want to do it. So let's see. There. Now I need to reshape it. Yeah, I just did. Oh, there. Got it. Okay. Got it. Uh-oh. Did I wreck the screw? No. Okay, well that's not coming out anymore, I think. No. So, we will measure it first, but I'm gonna plug it in like it would be. So we can make the loop-de-loops. No, wrong one. This one. Oh no. I did a stupid thing. I put the long part here and the short part here instead of the other way around. So now my my perfectly measured loop is not going to work anymore. So now it's a bit like this, huh? Well, it's okay. We can mangle it, make it work. So let's take our multimeter and let's insert the probe in the middle and put this guy on top like that and switch on the power. Let's put on the safety glasses. Things will explode. No, they won't, but you know. Okay, and go. Oh wait, I turned this one off too. Sorry, you can't see the screen. Screen is booting. Power supply is on. Oh, I turned off the multimeter. There, 50.13 volts. Positive. Okay, good. So we can... Oh no, I have to wait for the little LED to die. There's no load, so it's going to take a while. So the status LED is still lit, although there's no power. And if I plug it in now, we get a spark, especially at 50 volts. So I kind of want to prevent that. Okay, now would be a good time for an ad. No, go away. Right, okay, let's say that was long enough. Let's plug this in there. Okay, like that-ish. I'll try and show you more. There. Don't need a multimeter. So in theory, this will work. Go. Okay, in theory, the switch is now on. Oh yeah, I see lights. Oh, there's even a power LED on the switch. Right there. See it? On the right? Cool. Okay. So we have switch now. Let's hook up the access point. I don't know. Let's use one of these very tiny cables. Oh wait, there's some burnt ones in there. No, this is fine. Okay. And this one has a PoE input. Okay, yeah, we have lights. Good. Yeah, seems to be online. Yeah, we're drawing 9 watts. Whoa. Yeah, you can see the little light over here too. Oh, there's even a red light underneath it. There. What's that blinking inside? Over there. That's odd. I don't know what that is. I think you're normally not supposed to see that. Okay, yeah, so access points online. Awesome. So let's wire up this guy, and then we'll probably end the stream. You know a way to discharge it pretty quick? Oh. The CPU communicating with the Ethernet chip. Yeah, maybe. It's still doing it. Green is fine, no smoke. Okay. Oh wait, we have to use a fuse wire again. So this was a 150 watt injector. I think a 2 amp fuse again is fine. That's 100 watts. I can't imagine it using more. Well, we can check which values we have, right? Do we have a 3 amp? We have a 3 amp. I guess if it's a 150 watt injector, we should put a 3 amp in there. We'll put a 3 amp in there. Do I have the wrong side? No. Yeah, that's a bit unclear. I think it's about 100 watts max, but I haven't tested it, so I don't really know. Okay. Now I wonder if I can go from here to here without needing extra wires. So that would be like over here to over here. Yeah, it's a bit tight, but I think that can work. And then I don't have to do anything with extra wires and stuff. Okay, well, that's basically the same as we just did, so I'm going to run through that pretty quickly. I need the 14 gauge. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what it needs. It's a Gen 3 standard, as they call it. So, yeah. $75 to $100 in use, $45 to $55 idle. Okay. Well, there might be some cable loss and things like that, so I guess a 3 amp fuse, especially since this says it's a 150 watt 3 amp, is a good choice in my opinion. What do you think? I wouldn't want it to use 100 watt and blow a 2 amp fuse, right? So... above the 90 watt limit for PoE++. Yeah, plus actually, 3 pluses. Yeah, so 3 amp fuse is good, I think. Yep. Yeah, okay. 3 amp, all good. That's why I always buy the kits, so you have all the values. Okay. Oh, you know what I could 3D print? Is a nice cable guard for the LRS 350. If there's one that can still fit like this. Okay, so open this up. They clearly ground is in the middle, plus is over here. So let's do ground first. It's a tight wire, but it should fit. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, there's a slight bend here, but it's not that much that I'd say that it's, you know, going to cause an issue. Cool. Okay. So let's see. I can't really test this guy because I think it'll blow up normal equipment. Let's hook up this guy again. Now, the it's a WAP8X. It actually has 2 Ethernet ports, which is very nice. That's why we can use it as a router, and as an access point. But only port 1 will do PUE in. We could use the barrel jack, but it was like, well, we're going to have a PUE switch anyway. We just have to configure port 1 as the switch port, and then port 2 as the WAN port. So this port is going to the switch. So it will receive PUE in, but it will basically send internet out, and this port will be connected to the Starlink using the injector. So from this port we'll have a cable to LAN over here, and then from PUE over here we'll have a cable going to the Starlink. Hope that makes sense. You can test with the input wire, I guess. I don't know. So yeah. So that makes it ideal because it has 2 Ethernet ports to be a router, and it has a quad-core CPU in there, whatever. It can easily route, I think, 500 or even a gigabit, something like that. But it's going to be plenty for the VPN stuff and everything we want to run on there. So I think that is pretty cool. Okay, this lip is not compatible with this case. Maybe. No. Okay. Well, we can always cut it off. That's fine. Anyway. Yeah, let's turn it on again and see if it explodes. In theory, we'll get a status light. Maybe. Let's check all the connections. Connections are good. Let's go. Oh! It has a powerful blue LED. Okay, the WAP is also booted. Yeah, blinking away. Good, perfect. How much power are we drawing? Let's wait for it to go into standby mode. We're drawing 9.5, 9.6 watts. And from the wall, we're actually drawing 11.6, 11.9, 12, 13. MikroTik overwhelming blue. Yeah, this guy is actually very toned down, while this guy is like shining pretty bright. Yeah, so that's funny. We're measuring 11 point something here, and we're measuring 13.8 over there. So that is probably what this guy itself is using. Yeah, 13.9 from the wall, 11.5 over here. Or it might just be inaccurate. Yeah, I think with the fan also worked out pretty well. It's nicely over here. It has free space. Nothing is touching each other. So once it starts, you know, propelling air or sucking air, I don't actually know which one it does. It'll draw it through the switch, which is good. And it also has some airflow over here. That's perfect. Yeah, I know. Those MikroTik LEDs have been known for years. Burn Earth. Yeah, no. I don't know. Cool. And we can still reach all the screw holes over here. We can reach the screw holes over here. We can reach them over here. On this side, we might not be able to reach one. It's not going to fly away. I think it'll be fine. Okay. Yeah, I think it's mostly the MikroTik using that much power. Let's disconnect it. Okay. So, standby mode. That's probably because of this power supply. If we would have used the UHP, the idle power consumption would have been like 1 or 2 watts probably. But yeah, idle with the switch online and with the injector online, we're drawing about 5.5 watts. 7.8 from the wall. Yeah, those blue... I never understood why they make the LEDs that bright. In my products, I always try to limit them down a lot. Cool. Well, I think we're going to leave it at that for this edition. Next edition, next live stream, we can probably drill some holes in the case to put the Ethernet plugs in. Put this in the case. Maybe permanently attach this, although we might do that some other time. I might do that off stream, not sure. Because once this is in, nothing like this can happen anymore. And maybe if I get the time, I can plant the Starlink dish in the garden. On some kind of pole construction. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that coming week, but we'll see. And we could plug it in and see what happens. Cool. Yeah, seems to work great. I'm glad this cable made it. It's almost too short, but I think it's doable, right? There's a bend in there, but it's okay. Okay, let's turn it off. Ugh. Well, that means I can take this off too. No explosions. Everything thought out so far seems to be working. The plan seems to be coming together. Who knows what references that is? I love it when a plan comes together. Some of you here must know. I guess that's the secret. Come on. Somebody must know what that means, or who said that. The A-Team! Ken, you did it! Yes, yes! I pity the fool who doesn't know. Exactly! That's my youth. I grew up watching that. Well, I wasn't allowed to watch it officially, but, you know. Because it was too violent, according to my dad. Well, we found ways to watch it anyway. And a dig in it with a 48-volt RGB IC all around the box. That is possible. I have some 48-volt products. But I don't know about adding lights. I kind of want the box to be as inconspicuous as possible, not like very noticeable. I need to fix these drills because otherwise I'm going to forget. Yeah, these are the cobalt drills. I know. That's why it's even more stupid that my dad thought it was too much violence, while it actually, nobody ever died. But yeah, it was funny. The streams are becoming boring because you don't see smoke. Well, at some point something will explode. I have some PCBs on the way. It'll take a little bit. So we're going to do a PCB building stream somewhere in the next few weeks, I think. So that's going to be cool. That's going to be testing some future design circuit type things. For something I want to launch early next year. And yeah, we might do some LED stuff. Good, cheesy 80s American TV show, exactly. Yeah. Cool. Okay, well. Need to clean up a little bit here. Oh, my pens. The pens worked well. I don't know which Quinn box they were in. The long nose pens, because I wanted to mark stuff through holes like we basically did today, and well, that worked okay. A Christmas giveaway stream. Interesting. I can think about that. I am planning to go to Shenzhen again in November. Can I link those? Yeah, let me look them up on AliExpress. Pen. Oh, I got lots of other crap. Yes, got them. $2. Oh, they've become more expensive. What? Okay. Come on. Paste. There. That's you can get 4 colors. I have the 4 colors for $3.59. I paid €2.37. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that's all the crap I often buy on Quinbox, like when you need it, and then I don't have it when I need it, and then I buy it, and then I, don't know when I'm going to use it again. But this time it worked out. Yeah, so probably next week we are going to continue with the box, but I'm not sure I'll have a pole with the Starlink on there yet. I don't know, maybe I can just put it on the ground, I guess. But I am in a residential neighborhood, so there's not that much line of sight, but we can always see what it does if we get that far. Now, one of the things I'm wondering about is if the Starlink cable can go through a normal Ethernet socket. I guess so, because this is also a normal Ethernet socket, the injector. It just doesn't have the isolation, I guess, or the rubber. Well, we'll figure that out later. Oh, I need to put these back. Yeah, but I'm wondering if I need to run it outside directly, or if I can run it through one of the cable grommets. I'd rather run it through one of the cable grommets, because then, it's weather protected and stuff like that. But I don't know. We'll see. Cool. Thank you all for being here and suffering with me. We got a lot done today, and hopefully next week or next time the box is done. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Shut up and drive. Ride or die till the end. For a kiss me again. Shut up. and drive. Shut up and drive. Shut up and drive. Shut up and drive. You and I just shut up and drive.